care of.
So, yeah, as soon as John gets in here.
We'll give it, yeah, just a minute for Commissioner Walker.
Gotta make sure nobody hacks into this one. I talked to John Alford.
I'm gonna mute just for a minute. Oh, here's Commissioner Walker. We'll go ahead and do it.
All right, so we have ordinance number 24722. This is an name change of Janice Way to Canyon View Circle. Rock Hollow, where's Rock Hollow?
It's up in Camarloma. It's a separate little subdivision, but it's right off the edge of Camarloma.
So near the edge.
And what's the reason for the name change?
The landowner adjacent to it petitioned to change it. They don't want Janice Way evidently.
Okay.
There was only 2 property owners that would face Janice Way. Both of them signed the petition to change it. Neither one of them have a house built at this point.
Okay, well, I'd make a motion that we adopt ordinance number 247-22.
I'd second the motion. And I agree, so.
Did I get the number right?
Is it 242?
247-22.
Oh, mine's wrong.
Thank you, sir. Got one more to sign on there that I didn't sign.
So what's before you now is part of a rental agreement for a TANA compactor for up at the landfill. They needed authorization that says that by policy, I'm allowed to pay bills. And it was just, the amount of paperwork going through this is just kind of unreal.
So if we don't give you that authorization, we have no more expenses and we don't have any more.
Pretty much, and I'll just go away and we'll just not do anything anymore, so.
Commissioner, okay with this?
Yeah.
And then it has to be attested to as well.
Sure, Kayla will test it.
And there's like 6 other documents that I've had to sign and print my name, title and everything. It's like,
Probably had somebody say, well, we're not paying because.
yeah.
It's just not fair rather than that.
Heard work.
One thing before I forget it, where are we with sending the invoice to Steve Rhodes?
I delivered to the office yesterday.
To Kim's office?
Kim's office, yeah.
Yeah, because if they're not gonna do it, I don't know what time they'll start drilling up there, but it's usually a dry farm. Fall wheat.
September.
Yeah.
Yeah. I delivered it yesterday too, so.
Yeah. Make sure Scott Hall knows, because then he can get hold of him. Because I hate to see them use the argument, they'll run right out there and look at it. If they don't intend on paying the $4,000.
We have 6 right-of-way contracts to sign for 45th East project. First is Parcel 183 for Monroe. It is $51,667.58.
Should have bought a house out along that road.
The second one is also Morrow.
Which
It's
one?
another parcel, this parcel 181, for $49,226.64.
Scott, which one is the
one that his house is on and one his house isn't on? Do you know?
I think the one his house is on is the 51,000.
51 and the other one's
Scott.
49.
Shelley May.
Is it that
I
much?
talked to the appraiser quite extensively on one of those.
On whether it was buildable or not, or is it?
The 49,000 one is, yeah, had a building right on it. That's what drove the price of it up because it made it not buildable.
What about the other one, if it's not
The other
buildable?
one already has.
The other one has his house on it.
Okay,
And I think it probably gets pretty close to his shop. 'Cause his shop comes pretty close out to the road there. That's just right there by my house. I grew up with their kids.
There's a couple of them out there.
who's Scott?
That's Jake's uncle.
So he's Morgan's brother, or?
Yeah, Morgan's brother.
The next one is parcel 186 for Laird. It is $10,751.28. The next one is for parcel 110, Johnson, for $6,099.25. Next one is parcel 157, Long, for $79,386.
And that one's so much, is that a lot of frontage or?
There's a lot of frontage on it, and there's a lot of improvements on some of them too. A lot of trees on some of them. And then the last one today is parcel 96, McLean, for $59,000.
So how many have we done and how many have we got left to go?
I haven't added that up yet. I was gonna get all this done today and then come up with a number of them. I suspect we're closing in on about half of them.
Scott Long, where does he own property out there?
He owns the northwest corner of Iona and 45th. Brick house
It's that old brick house,
with
isn't it?
a
Simon's.
detached garage and when both those right of ways are gone. His front steps
Yeah,
pretty
there's
close
not
to the
gonna
front
be
and
much left there.
there's no driveway on the side.
Yeah, I think I should have bought a house on 45th.
He's had that house a long time, and I always thought, in fact, that's where his son
Not really, I don't wanna live right
Scott's son
on
was living
45th.
there,
I can hear it enough as it is.
suicide, yeah.
I'm 2 streets away from it. People like to race down that every night.
So we have to pay him for grass, huh, even though he's not replacing it?
Wish that wasn't the case, but
Doesn't seem like we're getting a lot of resistance.
we haven't got too much resistance. There's been a few that have administrative adjustments and stuff like that, but
What about the lady that was clear up here?
we haven't got a counter offer back from her yet. Yeah, well, that's one of the ones that has some resistance on it, but yeah, right now it's back in their court, so.
Okay, so where are we on the design out there?
Design, we're about 90%. They hope to have me another set of drawings to look through that's a 90% drawing by probably next week. We still hope to go out to bid in probably late October, early November, sometime around there.
I was gonna say, by the time we get those resolutions done and figure out what our reserves are, then we'll probably go out to bid on it.
Yeah. But that's where our intent is to go out to bid late early November sometime in there.
Where are we on 49th, north, the Beach's Corner and the state?
So, well, the state at 49th North and Beach's Corner, I don't know that we have much in the way of stuff going on there.
I'm thinking of where it connects to the
Yeah,
freeway.
they haven't come forth with any more information on that connector route.
Because we still hear a lot of rumblings that the city's making plans for that to go in Brian's favorite location.
Yeah, no. When I met with Jim Francis yesterday, he wondered what we knew about that connector. He said, I'm getting calls from homeowners along the hatch pit that don't want it there. They want it further north. And I told Jim, well, that ship's already sailed. There's two options.
There's two options and one of it is right.
Yeah.
So they have evidently got the notice of intent signed. They intend, hopefully it will be turned into DEQ and EPA very soon if it hasn't already been. That starts a 2-year process of deciding what that route's gonna be. But as far as the connector on 49th North from Highway 20 over, that one is still, I think they're waiting to see a little bit more what's gonna happen with the I-15 thing first.
2 years before they start.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
A minimum of 2 years before anything happens on there.
Be a private citizen then.
Do you know how close are those gravel pits down by York? Like the big H&K, how close is that to being depleted?
I actually don't know.
That's a huge area.
It is a huge area. Yeah.
Landfill, if they get it depleted, but it may not.
It may not be depleted for another 15 years.
Held
And I
a
don't know
lot
how you
of
get
rock out of there to go to Jackson Hole.
I don't know how you get an answer out of HK either, how soon you're gonna be.
I don't think they know. You know, you could look at how much there is left, and
The one up north is probably closer to depletion than the one down south.
one north has 20 years left in it, so who knows?
Somebody said dump it, or maybe it was Austin. So they bought, or they're buying the land pit there to use it for.
Yeah, they did buy it.
Off of Sunnyside,
The one off of 25th,
25th East.
the C&D landfill,
Oh,
that
okay.
was purchased by Dump It.
Oh, really?
But it's another company name, yeah.
That's
So
a
they're the ones that are running
Skidmore.
that.
What are they gonna do with that? I mean, can they do the
it's-
same, can they dump their stuff that they would normally take to the hatch pit?
Probably.
Some of it, not all of it. It's mostly construction fill.
If it's truly construction and demolition, they probably can.
Yeah,
But that's the big stink that they had, is they couldn't control their contractors for putting some sort of municipal stuff in their dumpsters. And why they didn't
Yeah.
wanna have the price raised out of that.
Maybe they'll get a sorting program out there so they can do it.
I don't know who owns that anymore, cause Curtis Johnson owned it, but he sold it when they bought Rockwell.
Dump it.
Yeah, that's what Curtis Johnson did before he bought Rockwell, so he sold it to somebody else.
I remember getting acquainted with him when he came in. He was a very pleasant guy.
Now he's at Rockwell and
Yeah.
continuing the tradition.
Yeah, we get along with him. You know,
Which it's interesting, the church, so the Rockwell had donated ground to the church in Red Rock, a church lot. The church put that up for sale.
Yeah, I had a
last
call
week.
asking if they donated to the county if we'd put a park there.
So there was like 3 or 4 church lots that were in subdivisions. One of them was in the Bridgewater subdivision, one was there, and there was one somewhere else that went on the market last week. So,
And they tried all sorts of things on that one in Bridgewater, had a community garden for a while.
yeah,
One in Red Rock is a BMX track or a motocross track. Which some of the
Well,
neighbors
I'd
would
imagine-
really like not to have in their
I'd
backyard.
imagine it'll be tried to get turned into homes now.
They wanna park there, get a homeowners
That's
association.
right, and put the park in.
We have one more agenda item.
Everything, conditional acceptance for Wolf Creek, number 3. Southeast Beaches Corner. Received everything, testing results,
And they have also submitted plans for Wolf Creek number 4 to try to go into the next one. This is Liberty Homes. Anything else?
Were you able to submit comments for the planning and zoning meeting next Tuesday? The city,
With the, no,
that one that,
you were gonna send me some information, I don't recall that you ever did.
I need to
oh, I
send you
was,
that.
did I drop you all on
Yeah,
that?
I need to send you that, I forgot about that, I'll do that right
Okay.
now.
I think we've still got time to make comments, but they gotta be in,
The one that's out by your farm,
yeah,
right?
on 17th
Is that at the
north.
council level?
No, it's at the planning and zoning level.
Yeah, if you'll send that to me, I'll get it off.
If you would, just the concerns and what it does for road and bridge. I know the neighbors are kind of focusing on that out there. When are we meeting with our planning and zoning? Remind me what date that is.
It is the 21st, no, 15th.
September 15th.
Yeah, let me look at the calendar here.
Yeah,
21st is something else,
it's after we meet with the city then.
Just a few days. that
September
same week.
15th.
Okay.
And
When is that gonna be? But September 15th, what time? Do you want me there?
yeah, because if they've got questions they need, you know, because of the cost of roads and understanding that, and, you know, they just don't understand your comments and Sam's comments. So it's a good chance, and we will be getting a couple new P and Z members that won't be sworn in then, but I think we need to invite them.
We plan to meet over in the new building in the conference room upstairs.
It's all up to Austin if he can get over and make that thing work.
Oh, yeah.
Which new building? You have to tell me which.
Elections.
Election.
You're not aware of it?
I know, well, I'm not
The
aware
knife,
of.
We better walk over and show you.
The old Knife River office,
DePacto office.
or DePaco.
I,
Scott Hall's office is directly to the west. It's the big red brick building.
Across the street from the LEP parking lot.
It's gonna be the new elections building, and we've got a conference room upstairs.
okay.
There's,
Yeah, maybe I should go over there and see it.
yeah, there's an entrance on the east end or west end that goes up to the conference room without going through the rest of the building.
But yeah, Mike is gonna be over there, Mike and his crew tomorrow to make sure everything's hooked up and working for Penny.
Okay.
So the parts are still back ordered for the,
That's just for the sound of the cameras,
Sound.
but you said you can get these over there.
yeah.
There's supposed to be those little tables, we'll have to find out from Penny when they're gonna be here, because, you know, for meeting with the city, we could set up a dozen of those. Circle and something in the middle for the owls.
I mean, I'm not worried about getting the owls to work as long as the computer works, cause the owls are just.
Yeah.
Secondary too, it's just if the network connection works.
I was over there this morning, I just don't even know how to turn those TVs on, you know, and they got the pad, I could get nothing to work.
When you go over, holler at me, cause I wanna go
Yeah, I'm gonna go over
see this too.
Maybe I can come in.
probably after I come to your office, if that works for you tomorrow, or we can do next week.
I think tomorrow will probably still work, so.
Okay.
Should I call the man cave guys?
That's a
See
good
if they
idea.
can come over.
That's a
Each,
good idea.
What,
10,
10?
yeah,
Tomorrow?
yeah.
Okay. That'd be great.
I shouldn't be at their office that long, we just finally have gotten everything configured in CityWorks for all the plats to get everything back online, as to emailing them and payments and everything, so I'm gonna go walk them through that.
That was at 8, right?
Yeah, I'll come over at 8. It shouldn't take us very long.
Yeah, it'll probably just be us, cause I think Preston's, this is gonna be gone tomorrow. Hopefully they'll be there.
I rode up to the dry farm Sunday and looks like couldn't hardly tell you it had a flood down in Kemp's.
They've done an amazing job.
Yeah, the one, I thought it was a little farther down, but looked like the one wash, looked like standing up a new culvert way high. coming
We
out of that
actually
road.
did that at
Did you?
his request.
Okay, cause that's the little road that goes up to Phil knows his old pumice pit, isn't it?
No, the one further down is where the road goes back into the tunnel bed.
Yeah, but there was a big silver culvert there.
There's a culvert there, but it's not the one that's stacked higher. The one that's stacked higher, and that has an outfall, is the one further up,
Further north,
further north, yeah.
Yeah. That's the one I saw. Did you get a lot of the water coming down? Was that the canyon you said it had helped for them to put dams on?
Yes, that's the one that we told him to try to put dams on. We also told him that he could go up on the Dugway and get all that rock fall there and use that for the rock weirs. So.
Weirs?
He's actually going to do it. What?
The Rockaway.
Weirs.
That's what I thought you said.
That's all weirs.
That's a cute word.
Rock checks.
I've heard that word before, yeah. That's kind of your dams in your,
Yeah.
okay. Good.
Yeah, cause I could see how that would be a big funnel coming in there. and it
It's a
looked
big
like
funnel.
Is that where it washed into where the road?
It
couldn't
washed
get by?
into the road there, but it also washed down where it comes out of the pumice pit area. And that one comes off, so there's a draw that connects from Eagle Pass down through, and it comes out the bottom of the pumice pit there. And so there was a lot of water coming through there too.
Yeah, and I don't know how you could put dams on that, cause it's a big rock.
So we didn't talk to him about
Yeah.
putting rock weirs in that one. We
I don't know where you
put
put
the narrow
them.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are trying to get, and we've worked with him, he's been fairly reasonable, but, we're going to replace a culvert across his main axis on Eagle Pass, and we told him we would pay for 40 foot of pipe if he paid for the rest of it. He hasn't given us any money yet, we told him that it's probably gonna be about 25 extra feet that he would have to pay for.
cause he wants a wider for his equipment.
Yeah. And normally we'll do 40 foot approaches most of the time, so. He wants it wider than that. To get it as wide as he has it is gonna be over 65 foot.
He hasn't got a gate that wide.
It does not have a gate that way, but coming off the road is that way.
Yeah, cause his gate,
It's a triple gate.
looking at it, it's probably 25, 30 feet maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Means a double gate, right?
And then it's got all those, railroad tie entrances in.
Yeah. So, but at least verbally, he's agreed to pay for an extra 25 foot of 30-inch pipe. And he said he was gonna put those rock weirs in. He did ask my guys up there whether they thought that was a good idea after I told them it was a good idea.
Well, second opinion.
Yeah, and they did say that, yeah, that's probably gonna be helpful. So,
Yeah, I went out the other way, not the Eagle Pass. He's got his cows down in that creek. I just still don't see a lot of forage from the creek up to the road. Or
there's not.
Get those fences up there.
There's not. Oh, well.
Okay.
We'll keep marching on.